I'm a man, right?
Yeah.
Is it okay for me to want middle schoolers to get together?
No!
What's clapping, everybody? Welcome to Anime Intervention, the second episode. This is the podcast where we talk about our addictions to the one and only drug, anime. No other drugs matter. It's just anime. I'm your host, BMG. I'm here with my boy, Clean Bean. Welcome back.
Thank you. The clean bean haircut.
I see the fresh cut. Fresh cut. I like it.
Appreciate it.
How you doing? Good?
Doing good, catching up on anime and finals are
What anime? Forget finals. We're not talking about finals here. What anime?
Fair point. What is it? Low tier Tomozaki-chan. You're basically a person that plays video games like often and becomes I guess somewhat addicted to it, and then he blocks out everything else in his life and considers life to be a low tier game, but he's actually hasn't applied himself correctly in life and his attributes.
Oh, so he's treating life like a video game, almost as if he's leveling up.
Yep,
within the real world.
He's leveling up within the real world.
Wait, is this one new? Is this a new one?
This actually, the first season I think came out what was it? It had to be maybe 2 years ago, or maybe a year ago, and then probably a year ago.
Have I not seen this one?
And
I don't know. I don't know why. It's just not coming to mind. Go on.
Oh yeah, it's just it's not necessarily a known one.
It's under the radar.
It's underrated. It's under the radar. But I watched it. I was like, oh, okay, it's all right. Premise is kind of fun, but it's a good slice of life. Something that's slow paced that you want to watch just in case you have nothing else to watch. I guess at that moment, I got other things I want to get into, but right now I just want to chill. And then I'll get into the meaty, the sweat.
The sweat ones.
The sweaty ones, packed action. Yeah.
I'm still in the middle of trying to finish Ninja Kamui. We talked about it last week, I think, a little bit, but
yeah,
some straight boxing in that up until the end. I'm 2 episodes away from finishing, so I'm still waiting to see how it goes. But just from seeing the content and the way, I think personally, the way the characters are written, really well done. I just wish we had more time with them. I think that the characters, they have the personalities, they have what really defines them as characters, likable characters, and we kind of just move away from I won't say move away from all of them because obviously they're still there in the view, but one of them specifically, I'm talking about the female cast member. So I wish we had more time with her. I mean, we kind of do, but at the same time, we kind of don't. And this is part of why I want to talk about our big topic for today, which we're going to get into in a second, which is, anime being too short. Are they too short? I kind of think they are, but we understand that it could be a business at the end of the day. So anything you want to say about that
one? No, I definitely agree with you on that. In terms of, sometimes you don't want to make a 24 episode an anime, mainly because you're trying to cater towards the attention span of people. And I think over time we've gotten used to watching things in short abundances, just binge watching through them, and then we get to the next season that comes out maybe 6 months from now or a year from now, here and there. But I definitely believe that the 12 episode is something that's hot right now. It's people picking up it's hotcakes. But for me personally, I like the longer ones because I like to gain some connection with the characters, see their goals, make them realize their goals, and I feel like you have a deeper connection. It's too short within 12 episodes to really form that I have a favorite character that I want to even cosplay as. I don't even get that chance with that many new ones that come out right now.
That's true. Because it feels like you're biting off, they're bite-sized pieces, right? And you want something that you could kind of savor. And it doesn't really give you much time to do so. I do understand that, it comes out like weekly, one episode at a time. But I feel as if we deserve more time with the characters that we love, and I understand that there's a strategy to it in some cases, but if you really think about it, a lot of the anime that are coming out, a lot of their content's already done. Like the source material, most of that stuff, they're already finished. If not, they already have enough space to work with a longer season. Actually, let me ask you something. Do you binge like the type of I guess watching strategy that you use that you enjoy is either binging everything all at once or watching one at a time as it comes out. I want to know what do you prefer?
I definitely prefer binging
You
because
prefer binging?
I'm like so like I rather binge and get through all of it. Not like it's like a rush, more of just I don't want to keep on
You don't want to wait for the
waiting
week.
for the next week and then
Yeah.
like if stuff just went down, if literally I don't know, the MC is about to face off with the antagonist, like I want to see what's going to happen. I can't just stop my momentum that's already, you know,
Mhm.
like you're building up to the climax and you get there and then all of a sudden you gotta wait another week. It's like it's infuriating at certain points, but I would definitely prefer binging. I do that a lot with a lot of shows that came out in the past, like even how I mentioned before in the last episode, Hell's Paradise. I did wait for that to finish before I
Before
even
you start Hope Paradise.
yeah, before I started because I knew it was hot and I had a feeling it was going to be really good. But I decided to be patient and say, let me see how this plays out. Because that's also another factor. Well, I think that could be used for why people go with the short version. Because you have to think about, okay, I put out 12 episodes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say that the audience doesn't receive it well.
Mm-hmm. Come on.
You're not going to continue with another 24. Because if that's the case, it's like, all right, they're not really rocking with it. Like it's yeah,
I think that's the business aspect of it as well. I mean, we can do as much research as you want in Japan and all of this because there's a language barrier. But I'm thinking like in terms of like if you're a company, right, a publishing company, and you're having a discussion with the company that hosts the manga, right? You're going to want to pick up the really popular manga, right? But at the same time, you're not sure if it's actually going to be a hit. Okay, cool. It might be a hit with the audience that's reading the manga, but will it actually be a hit when it hits the animation side of things? You know what I'm saying? So maybe, and I think this might be the case. They say, all right, let's do 12 episodes. Just slip 12 episodes on your theater and see if you
quick
like it.
$10 visit.
And if the audience likes it, then it's like okay, all right, maybe now we could kind of set into the groove and do some more. But I noticed, let's take I'm trying to think of Slime for example, right? Because Slime, I love Slime,
Yeah,
right? Slime started off with I think it was a 25 or 26er their first season.
I think so.
Yeah, and then after that, they were like, all right, we're probably gonna stick with the same formula, but let's spread it out because Slime was a hit, right? But the next season after that, they split it, right? Obviously, you got the movies, and you got the OVA, and all that stuff.
Yeah,
But they split the season and kind of gave it as like bite-sized pieces, where it's like, okay, we'll put the season here in like the I think it was like the spring of I don't know which year it was, and then they'll put the next season either in the winter session of the next year, or maybe in the spring of the next year, or something like that. I Do you like that strategy? I don't know if I particularly enjoy it, but I do see the reason why they would.
I do see the reason why they would split off because you want to, even though you want people to crave the the episodes, and you kind of want to make sure that they're not being left out. Like you have a lot of fans from different anime genres that are waiting constantly for maybe like a year or sometimes even 2 years, unfortunately, to go get another season of their favorite anime.
Mhm.
And providing that little split allows for engagement and like hopefulness within those communities, especially considering like a perfect example, Attack on Titan from one now.
Well, listen, Attack on Titan took like a really long break. I remember when that thing first came out and was in high school. She was fire, but I just go on. You finish your
No,
point, but like
but
Attack on Titan, like
like it was fire. Like
yeah,
coming out the gate, like literally, okay,
it was a gut punch. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like everybody was talking about Attack on Titan when it came out,
Yeah,
and then it took a break. I mean, I don't know the reason for it, but I was kind of disappointed because I felt like how many years went by before it to continue? I think it was maybe about 4 or 5. I don't know, maybe even longer than that. I
it
feel like I
felt
was in
like
yeah, I was in
longer.
college when that came out, I think. But yeah, no, I see your point. Like we have the anime, we get the anime, we want more, and then we're hit with like, oh no, sorry, sorry, it's not happening yet. Oh, we didn't get the green light, or this and that. This obviously there's other factors that come to play, but for us, right, the people who watch anime, the consumers, the ones who are enjoying the content, what do we prefer? And do we prefer the bite-sized pieces or do we prefer the long? You prefer the long. I think personally, I prefer the long. If you look at Freerun, Freerun just came out, right? This was last year, and it kind of moved into this year. It was what 28 episodes. I don't think I mean, there's a couple of anime that I definitely enjoyed from last year, but Freerun, the way it story told, I waited every single week for every single episode because of how it did it. Because I knew that there was like more in the tank. You know what I mean? Now we look at solo leveling. Solo leveling, there's a boxing in there, right? But solo leveling's already done. The source material, the manga, the or I guess we call it because it was is a it's web comic. I think it was a web
Manga?
comic.
Oh,
So it was a comic, or I think it was a novel that was turned into a comic, and the comic is finished. It's done.
yeah,
The anime went up to what 12 episodes, I think.
yeah, 12.
They already knew that solo leveling was going to be a smash.
Oh yeah, 1000%.
They
They
knew.
had
They
everyone
knew.
like just backing it, just like yo, when we get to this
People were
part,
expecting it.
like yeah, they're already expecting.
They had the fights ready to go. They're like in the comment section, like, "Yo, when we get to this fight, it's gonna be bonkers." That fight, it happened, but that fight was literally the last fight of the show.
Yeah, we get to Igris. Oh yeah, it's straight up
Igris was
box. It's
it was
ball.
clapping.
Man got into like a whole like super, super Smash Bros combo,
No,
and
yeah,
well,
you
we
know,
not gonna
Hulk
get into
smashing on the wall. Not to get into it, not to get into the spoilers, but he was getting clapped up in there. But that's my point though. Like solo leveling has the content and has everything already there. And I understand, if there might be a business strategy where they're like, okay, we're gonna milk this for years, guys. We're gonna milk this. We're gonna make the anime and make everybody else buy the the comics because they want sales for the comics. I understand that, but with an anime like Solo Leveling, where there's so much content already there, why don't you just take advantage of the fact that it already exists? Do a 24, do a 25, 26er, take like a year break, come back with another 24, 25, 26er, and then just keep repeating it until you finish. Because I read it, I finished it. I actually just read it because of the anime, right? I enjoyed it, but there's so much there. You know what I mean?
No, I get it. There's like so much that you can work with and like get out of the way, but they I'm gonna be real with you, like they just trying to milk this as much as possible. At least they're not as worse as rom-coms. Like that's for another day, but like the point is to like milk the amount of money that they can get over a short span of time, and then also make you anticipate, for the next season and try to imagine what's going to happen. Now, is that good for them? I mean, yes and no, but
It's hard to really say. Like for a business standpoint, I could see where it's important because obviously most of their sales, majority of the sales probably do come from the manga and the web comics and everything else that gets sold, and maybe even the novels, the source material. But like I'm thinking in terms of like let's say that the manga sells really well, but there's no animation, right? Manga selling really well. There's no animation yet.
mm,
I'm assuming that the company that's working behind the scenes, right? They had the manga that's ready to go. Once they see that it's popular, they're like, okay, let's see if we can try and pass this on to get it animated. But most of their sales, like they have the TV versions, I'm sure they had like TV shows in Japan. They probably pay for the stations to be on the stations and stuff like that. But majority of the money, I feel like, has to come in through merchandise and through the manga that is sold
through merchandise, through other maybe some games or partnerships with any other company that may promote their anime, or like you see collaborations most of the time with like mobile games, or even um, Overwatch or Genshin Impact. Like you'll see like video games and mobile games have those collaborations with those animes, and that in a way gets some sort of exposure over the time span that they're not actually airing those anime. So I
But
guess
it's
that's
the
the
animation.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's the animation that pushes that forward. Like I know that manga is popular and everything. Like we can talk about manga as much as we want, but like in a Western sense, right? I'm not talking about Japan because Japan is. We're just gonna keep Japan as a separate entity because obviously everything came from Japan and influenced us, right? So
Yeah,
if we really look at that, the animation is what brings it into the fold. The animation is what makes it more popular,
that is
right?
true.
So the animation will bring in more money, supposedly,
Yeah,
right? So wouldn't you want to, I guess, invest more in getting more of that story out there animation wise, and then you're able to milk more of it? I don't know. I would love to have like some kind of Japanese financial advisor get on here and be like, hey, this is how it goes. But from from a commercial standpoint and from us being the ones watching, I really think we deserve longer form anime. Bite size, they're cool and all, but I think I prefer bite size for like those slice of lives that are really worth the time of like, hey, you could just use a
yeah,
small section here and then use the second section for a later time. I think that's more of a slice of life genre kind of thing, or school life kind of thing, you know?
yeah. Because I feel like you like the genres sometimes tend to have a like niche, or a certain amount of episodes, and like rom-coms we've known them to be like 12 episodes, but like fantasy, which has been one of the genres that surprisingly has been having a downfall in my opinion,
Up
like
until recently.
up until recently, that definitely needs like a 24 25, which is why I completely understand why
It's
they
the world
decided
building.
to. Yeah, it's the world building.
It's taking time to world build. And I think that's why it's so needed, so necessary for, I mean, Freerun, definitely necessary for Freerun. I felt like it was just, the world building in that was just insane. But I mean, if you want to take the same conversation with solo leveling, right? Um, the world was Korea. I mean, there's the world, yeah, but the world is Korea, modern day Korea. So maybe world building isn't necessary to as an extent as Freerun, but the world building happens within the scope of the genre that is there. Like it is a obviously it's not an isekai, but
Yeah,
he's kind of reborn, right? And he's leveling up and he's doing all these things. So the world building is really more happening within the, I guess, the premise of his powers and how it works and everything kind of just framed all together. You know what I mean? So I still think that there's way more world building to be done in solo leveling that they could have used an extra 12 episodes for. Now I could be wrong, but I from what I've seen, that's what I think.
okay. In that regards, like, what do you consider to be the when it comes to you're implementing world building, right? That's going to
Yeah,
take a certain amount of episodes, but that also requires pace.
yeah, yeah.
Because if you just go and rush into it, then all of a sudden it's like, okay, well, how's this adding up? And then if you take too long, there might be some people that dropped it. Like I've heard people that have dropped pre-run because they thought that it was like lacking in action, or like, oh, there's no hands in it. I'm like, well, there's hands, there's hands everywhere.
What?
What are we
There's no
talking
hands
about?
in a free room,
Like,
bro. Give it some time.
give it some time, bro. Like,
Yo, let it cook.
exactly, like when you cook, bro, you're not gonna just
You
I
think
don't
everything's
know,
gonna
make
cook
a meal
fast?
pop. Like
Yo,
no, you
the
gotta
meal
put
doesn't
that.
get. Yeah, you gotta cook it.
You have to boil the water. You gotta like put it in the pot. You gotta add all your recipes or your spices, yeah, everything, and then let it marinate, and then we'll be good. You can't just like straight up make a meal like, oh yeah, this is a I don't know, chicken and rice, and it's bland, no seasoning. It's white. It's straight up just poo, bro. No flavor at all. Yeah, it tastes like chicken. Nah, it just tastes like straight up nothing. It
Yo,
tastes like a wall.
man said no seasoning.
That nonsense. I
Nah,
can't
nah. The
stand
seasoning on it, some of it, just salt and pepper. They don't got anything else. It's just,
it.
you know,
No,
that,
nah.
some anime be like that, and then you got the anime that really be hitting in with the seasoning. They got the crushed red pepper, and they got the adobe and everything else, and
Yep,
you're
the
like, okay, I
adobe, the
see you,
crushed red pepper,
I see you.
everything. Like, yeah,
But yeah, no, I see your point. Now, I think now let me ask you this question because I think this question is kind of deep, and before we even end this topic, we still got ways to go. But I want to ask you this because I think this is an important point to bring up because of the fact that we're emphasizing world building. Does length equate to quality?
no,
I'm talking about the length of the anime. Yeah,
no, not at all, not at all. I do understand what you're trying to say because, I mean, especially considering we prefer the longer ones,
yeah.
but it's because we also have the the patience, understanding, and the experience. I feel like are also a factor into that, but
Mhm.
it doesn't mean all of a sudden, oh yeah, it's a good anime.
Of course, yeah, yeah.
Obviously, it requires both popularity, good world building, character development. Um, the side characters have to have some sort of impact, and the premise has to make sense. Because if it doesn't, if there's no like end goal, it feels like the anime is just
Feel
there
kind of
because you.
stale, right?
Yeah, stale.
There are a few anime that are like that. There's actually this one anime, I forgot the name of it, but I don't know if anybody in the comment section want to word this out for me. But it's this guy who was a kid, right? He's a almost like a slime rancher, but he's really not. Like he's got a slime. Well, he's not got a slime, but he has slime. Like he has control of slimes, and it's like a slice of life anime of him kind of just going through the world as like a really experienced, really powerful slime tamer, and he uses the slimes to kind of like just do daily tasks. Like he used like a garbage slime to handle trash, like and clean up places. He used obviously the water slimes to wash clothes, like washing machines and stuff. I forgot the name of the anime. I have to look it up, but I love the first season because I love seeing the mundane tasks that he would do because he would just tackle it like he's tackling the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he became a merchant and all that other stuff. But the second season for me didn't really hit as well because it felt like there wasn't a true goal, like a true end goal. Um, and he wanted to be a merchant, do this and do that, but it felt like everything was not properly stringed together, and he was just doing things just to do them and not necessarily to reach what most would want to reach, which is Hokage or the King of the Pirates, or not every anime has to be like that, but it has to be on the scale of wanting something. You know what I mean? I feel like that's really important for telling a story.
Oh yeah, like
Motivation.
she has to have some sort of like purpose. It doesn't have to be like, oh, okay, well, I want to be the best at, I don't know, I want to be the best magician there is. Like, no, that's not necessarily what you have to go for. But like, let's say, okay, I want to protect my friends. Okay, that's completely fine. Like, if you are working towards protecting your friends in a world that's like filled with monsters, evil, or like they can basically cause death. Like, of course, you're gonna have some sort of motivation like that, but
Right, right.
it kind of that is a main factor as to why I believe like it varies for different animes because if that's not there, and it doesn't matter how long or short it is, it's still gonna be garbage because it feels like you're watching someone go to or like try to complete an objective that's not even there,
Non-existent objective.
non-existent,
Mm.
non-existent
It's
objective.
like an anime existing just to exist, sort of thing. And
Exactly.
it's even staler when it's something that's more so related to like an anime that's already like say all right, let's use Sword Art Online for example, right? Sword Art Online is pretty deep anime, right? I love the first season. You know, obviously the other seasons we could talk about them all day, but first season was a really big hit for me. Do you know what started after Sword Art Online that was basically considered its copy?
Ooh,
I'm talking about the anime. I'm not talking about the other mangas that happen underneath that. We're talking about the anime. Do you know which one?
it's not coming to mind. What?
Log Horizon.
Log Horizon. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Are you bringing back memories?
Yeah, it's bringing back memories. It's bringing back memories.
So
Way deep.
So it's interesting because they literally came out. I think it was like a year after each other, or was it like 3 seasons, something like that. Now, Log Horizon, I love Log Horizon, but the stakes weren't as high in Log Horizon. The stakes were internal within the video game itself, right? Because they're playing a video game and they're not actually trying to survive, because in Sword Online, you're out there getting cheeks clapped. If you die in Sword Online, you're dead in real life. But Log Horizon wasn't like that. It was more so everybody kind of just, I think it was just trapped, right? In Log Horizon,
Yeah, they were. They couldn't
either they
get back
weren't trapped or
to.
they probably weren't trapped. I think they were just playing the game. Um, but
Like,
they might have been trapped. I'd have to go back and look. But for me, Log Horizon, it was more like a feel good type of anime. Even though the drive and the objective wasn't there, objectives were physically implanted into it by basically building off of the enemies of that world. You
yeah,
know what I mean? The ones who are trying to cause problems. So they had to, whoever the author was, had to create that conflict so that way we would follow the conflict and have something to enjoy as we, like, obviously they could go ahead and do mundane tasks like the slime anime I was saying, but just using this as an example, slime, that rancher one, comparing that to something that has a little bit more of stakes, what would you watch? I guess it depends on the type of person you are.
that is true. It does depend on the type of person you are. Like, there's a couple of people that they went through whole like logs of just slice of life, nothing to do with any conflict or like, oh, okay, it's just hands, it's boxing, or it's political status, it's money, it's drug dealers, this or that. Like, it's some people try to care towards what they believe is right, both in their lives. Like, I feel like personality sometimes can translate to what type of anime that you want to watch
I agree to some extent.
to some extent, like in some personal beliefs. So if you want something that's like, quite easy and you're like an easygoing person and you don't want any, trouble and you're trying to yourself, something light, you might gravitate more towards a slice of life that's like short and 12 episodes. But you want something that's like you deep, you invested, you about to like stick to this. Like, this is some Grey's Anatomy, like this season
Okay, well,
17.
listen, I think Grey's Anatomy got like 20 something seasons or something like that. But
I don't even
listen, we
know.
ain't gonna talk about
Well,
Grey's
we can get
Anatomy.
the law and order.
Grey's Anatomy is just literally sex,
Like,
but with like medicine. So better start having sex with a syringe or
nah.
something like that. No.
Wait, what?
Okay, it's not that deep, but like that's literally what happened. Like, I'm not trying.
With
This is an
syringe?
anime podcast, but just one sentence, bro. Let me fit one sentence in here. Grey's Anatomy is literally just somebody just died in the other room by getting a grenade implanted into his freaking chest, and then guess what happens? 2 minutes later in the other room, cheeks are clapping, bro. Cheeks are. But that's.
I mean,
no,
you're
keep
correct.
all right. That's Grey's Anatomy. Let's get back to the anime. All right,
I love you.
so, so, but I see your point. Like, I think, all right, length does not equate to quality, but I do think there has to be a balance.
Mm. Yeah,
Do you agree?
I do agree. There has to be some sort of balance between.
It might be. Wait, it might not be the balance itself. It might just be how it's delivered, the delivery.
You know
Because
what?
because One Piece, all right, so One
No,
Piece is
no,
long.
you have a
One Piece
point.
is
You
long
have
as
a point.
hell.
You have a
We
point.
can't say that. Okay, we can't say that One Piece is not good.
Yeah,
For those of you who say One Piece is not good,
we
shut
no.
there are plenty of arcs where One Piece is kind of lags. But listen, One Piece be clapping, all right. But you see my point though. Like, there are arcs in One Piece. You're like, damn, is this anime ever gonna end? But then the arcs they be hitting.
Oh yeah, they be hitting. The only thing that didn't the only arc, in my opinion, that annoyed me was it was between either Punk Hazard and not maybe Zhao. I say Zo, but like those two like were but for me mostly it was like it kept me engaged, like especially with the different islands that you would travel to, the character design, the development, and also just obviously it's world building. Like it's definitely on par with like
To this
anything
day.
else out there to
To
this
this day,
day.
I'm like, what the hell is happening in One Piece right
It's
now?
like
I'm over here
literally
reading the chapters. I'm like, did this really just happen?
like what?
Wait, like something about water? Water this, water that? For those of you who know, y'all know. But but
uh,
yeah, no, but you know, just speaking on today's topic, like I mean, we could bring the big three into this and talk about how length doesn't equal quality, but you know, I could say that there are some arcs in Naruto that are like, what the hell? Like for example, the entire um right before, I think this is either during the war or like right before shit was starting to hit the fan in the war, there was like 50 straight episodes of just like straight, I don't even know if I want to call them fillers, but they're I'm like, is this gonna end? Was this before or after the summit? I
it
can't
was
remember.
before they even
Was this before the summit or was this after the
no,
summit?
no, no. There was after the summit, but it was also yeah, it was after the summit because this was this was right before the big battle, right before they were about to meet up with Obito and with Madara, and they were about to
Oh
fight
yeah,
each
yeah,
other.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. This was just a long
So
stretch of just
so you
fillers.
coming through to do this big gigantic fight, and they're like, nah, here, have 50 straight episodes of just nothing.
Just
I'm not trying to say that the episodes weren't entertaining. Some of them kind of were funny, but like, bro, you just let us on.
like I didn't come to see like a 15-minute flashback of Rock of Mike Guy and some other taijutsu master. Like I
Oh
remember
yeah,
that
yeah.
one
I do remember that
vividly.
one. Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember that
And
one
there was,
vividly.
wait, wasn't there one with like Robot Naruto or something? Wait, was that, I can't remember if was that was that I can't remember if that's part of the filler, the whole filler chain, but I was like,
Oh my
I
god.
guess this is cool and all, but why are we here?
Yeah,
Same thing
like
with bro, but
could have.
Bleach kind of did it so annoying. Bleach,
Oh yeah,
I mean Naruto did it bad, but Bleach, by the way, best OST,
best of.
best OST,
We'll get to that.
but Bleach, how the so we about to, was it with Green Jaw? We about to
Yeah,
get the hands
we
with
about
Green
to
Jaw.
get the
We about to get the
hands
hands with Green
like
Jaw, right? Why are we at the bout arc? What the fuck is a bout?
we
What?
were we were, like first
Bounce?
first no no first no no
Was it
no
bounce?
no 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 no
No, no, it wasn't
wasn't
bounce.
no
No, no, no.
no
It wasn't bounce.
wasn't
No.
about wasn't about it was
Wait, little girl, little girl.
yes the little girl with
Blonde hair, right?
the blonde
Blonde
hair
hair, blonde hair.
the blonde hair the princess of
Of something, something, something.
some area whatever okay and then you fighting the people that get taken over by a zombato
Something toes.
yeah
Yeah, yeah.
and they're all like ninjas and all this I'm like where did y'all come from?
Yeah.
Like,
Where are we going?
where y'all at?
Where are
I'm
we
not sure
going?
where Shinigami. Like, where did you? It's like we got an Naruto crossover or something. What's happening?
To this day, I'm still upset that Bleach really said the same thing with the Bound arc, but that's different. Same thing with the Amagai arc. I'm like,
Yeah.
why is this all here?
Well, I'm guys in.
I can see. Well, I can see why he's important, but
Well,
it's like,
yeah.
like why was it put there? You know what I mean? Like I'm talking about in terms of positioning, but that's another conversation. I think in terms of just bringing this back to the topic at hand, right? The fact that content quality and length, they don't necessarily correlate. Since we're talking about, anime being long and short, whatever, if you could name a couple anime that deserve a second season, which ones would come to mind?
Mm. I want to mention a really good anime that I was in the pool of when I first started.
Mhm.
Like Angel Beats, I'll definitely mention, but also Owari no Seraph. That and
Wait, give me a second. Was that the vampire one?
yes.
Yeah.
That was the vampire one where you had humans and vampires. They both were on different sides fighting each other, and vampires were killing civilians and also just people in general. It was pretty.
I remember that one. I'm mad. It doesn't have another season. Now that I think about it.
It was pretty intense. I'm not gonna lie. It got to like a point where I thought it was gonna get. I thought it was gonna be up there with a
With like the
couple.
greats, not the greats, but like I'm talking about like the ones that were like hit or miss at that time,
Yeah, like hit or miss.
like Tokyo Ghoul and
exactly like
yeah.
Tokyo Ghoul. Like it had that dark type of environment where everything was just bad, but also it had a good characters and
I like
just
the
like
animation.
yeah, the
Yeah, I thought the
animation
animation was
itself
pretty good.
was pretty
But I'm trying to remember. I forgot what year it was. Was it 2015, 2016.
2015,
I feel like,
2014.
yeah, I feel like it was like sophomore college, something like that. Okay, that's not, I don't know. I'm trying to think of other animes. I know No Game No Life should definitely count, but at the same time, it's like with the whole legal situation with the art and plagiarism and all of this stuff. It's just like I wish there was more, but at the
Yeah,
same time, like I can't. You can't really contradict legal. Like law is the law. So if you're
also,
copying somebody, it's like all right, I can't just give you a pass. But good content is good content. So I'll give the first season what it's due. Um, Trying to think of there's any other ones that might come to mind. Oh, Dead Man Wonderland was a good one. That didn't get a second season.
that did not get a second season. It was like a very that was another very dark and like just messed up type of
To the
anime. Like
point, like
until the
right in your
point it was
face.
just straight up like, oh yeah, so first episode we gonna mess you up and then we're gonna build you back up. Well, we break you down, build you back.
That one definitely deserved a second season. It's interesting because like the ones that we're naming right now, I feel like the content existed for them to like build off of. Like they were already there. Like Soul Eater, for example.
Yeah,
Soul Eater had the content there. Like
you had the
everything was
content to
there.
go
Why
further.
couldn't you just continue? Like it's not as if it wasn't popular because Soul Eater was popping off. Like people were throwing Soul Eater back then. It was crazy. Like Black Star, like. But
Yeah,
just thinking about
that's
that,
crazy.
yeah, thinking about that, I'm like, who makes the decision? Who's like Bleach, for example, right?
Don't get me
Because we were
started.
just
Don't get me
we were just
started.
talking about Bleach, and obviously y'all can roast me in the comments or not, but like and Bound Arc and all this other stuff. But Bleach literally went on a super gigantic hiatus, right? It was
Yeah.
like I feel like they ended right around when they were doing the what's the Fullbring, yeah,
Yeah,
they were doing that
full brain.
Fullbring stuff, and then they like just stopped. I think it was like 365 episodes or
It
something,
was
356
366 and
or
it
something like that,
stayed there
and
the
it stopped.
entire
I'm like,
time.
y'all have you got the rest, just finish the arc there, and then you just finish it. Now, obviously, they picked it back up, but look how long it took. Like, I feel like it's been what was it 7 years, 8 years?
It had to be like around
Or is it 9?
7 years,
I
maybe
don't know. I
more.
feel like because I feel like it was like 2013, 2014 when they stopped, or was it 2015? I can't remember. But regardless, it's
Mm.
2024 right now. 2023 last year is when, or was it 2022 where Bleach was like, "Oh, we're back." Um,
Yeah, it was last year or
it might have
what?
been the year before that.
Might have been a year
It might
before
have been
that. Might have been a
2022.
year before that.
But regardless, it's like who makes the decisions? Who's at the top? Who's the head honcho? Who's just like, yeah, sorry, we're not going to continue Bleach right now. You guys just hold on. We've got other stuff for you. We're just going to feed you other shit.
Like it was working though.
Bleach was good. Well, for me, I enjoyed Bleach. So, it's not good though.
Yeah,
Promise Neverland.
yeah, yeah,
Well, it started off good, but
yeah.
second season is just like, what's going on here? And
No,
then there's obviously reasons for that because the manga and everything they didn't follow the source material to the T the
mm,
way they were supposed to. I'm not too sure. I didn't read the manga, so I'm not too sure if you'd have to let me know. Anybody have to let me know in the comments, but I think that it was more of the content was good up until a certain point, and then it just kind of fell off and just dropped. Now I don't know if that same point is the point that we have in the anime where everything kind of just hit the fan. Because I took the rating. I think it was like 5.5 or something when it first came out.
hey.
I think it was no, it was I think it was high on Mal. It was like maybe like a 7 or 8, and then I think 3 or 4 episodes in, maybe even 6 episodes in, it was just like yeah, like 5. I was like okay, yeah, that's not cool.
That's the case. And something definitely happened when conflict started to arise, or like any type of or some sort of significance within the story. Most likely, people realized that this was not aligning with their plan and with the manga. So that's probably where we started to see that drop in
I mean,
rate.
we're definitely gonna be having that conversation in a later episode about just how like anime just disregards what happens in the manga. They're like, yeah, we don't really care about source material, so we'll definitely have an episode for that one. But
Mm.
yeah, Promise Neverland definitely disappointment for me. You think of any others? There's
Um,
definitely quite a few that I feel like we're just not listening, not naming them.
Hold on.
But
I think I have one.
you got one?
Nah,
No,
nah, I can't really think of anything off the top of my head. Like just that needs.
that deserves a second season.
that deserves a second season.
Because I right now I can't think of. It's funny because this episode will finish. I'll be like, damn, I should have named that one. But yeah, no, I'm pretty sure there's quite a few, and it's like the source material, the contents exist, but they just refuse to, or they just something is happening behind the scenes that we're not seeing. Um, and it's like, but the fans, they want it, and they want to give you their money, but you're not letting them
Yeah.
give you their money. Why not? So, but yeah, since we can't think of any, if there are any anime second season deserved, be sure to let us know in the comments.
Yep.
Give your list. We appreciate that. And now we're going to move on to our final segment of the day, which is the mini game.
Let's get to it.
Last time was we had anime crackdown. This time we're moving on to MC crackdown. We're going to keep it simple. This is main characters. We're trying to guess off of each other. We've watched these anime. We know which anime each other have watched, right?
Mhm.
So we have an idea, but at the same time, we might not be truly there when it comes to understanding each other's tastes. Like we know what we like, but I think we have to put the list up too. We have to do the Mel list.
Yeah,
We'll
we
do
have to
that.
do the
We'll do
Mel
that like
list.
the next episode or something like that. But so yeah, we'll get started. MC Crackdown. You want to go first or no? Actually, no. You went first last time. I'll go first this time.
Damn it.
I think. Ready? This is very simple. The MC at a certain point in the anime wears an eye patch.
Wait,
Halfway through, technically halfway through.
wait. Where's an iPad?
Yes, an eye patch.
What? Am I tripping? What are you talking?
I'll give one more clue.
All right.
Shit hits the fan literally like first episode, like and the MC's a guy.
I'm drawing the biggest blank possible. Like if I'm telling you, I got hit by a flashbang or like something. Like I'm losing memory. Who was this? There's no way that it's not even coming to mind.
All right, ready?
Sure.
Kaneki.
I'm kind of upset. See, I'm upset for a different. Like I'm upset because I didn't get that, but I'm also upset because that's also the yeah, that's the first one I have.
Yeah, it's. Oh wait, we have the same character. Oh, that's crazy. Yo. All right. So, well,
Damn
we'll
it.
just all right. Skip that one. Well, hit me up with the number two.
All right, number two, I got you. Okay, so this main character is a boy.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
He tends to wear a green and black checkered jacket, and he basically hunts monsters that have I wouldn't say taken over the world, but feed off humans.
When you say green checker, you must be talking about the Tanjiro.
The
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Cool. I just wanted to make sure. I was like,
yeah. I didn't want to make demons
man,
because it would have gave it
that would have
away.
given away. Yeah.
I was like, nah, I had to make it like a little harder, slightly harder. But
All right. So moving on to number two. I know we skipped to number one, but I'm moving on to number two. So this MC lost his mother at a very young age. I have two clues for this. So that's the first clue.
okay.
Um, actually, I'll hold on the second clue. I'll give you a couple guesses. Hold on the second clue.
What you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Literally
Lost his
the first episode it loses his mother.
second time.
Yes, sir. But who are we talking about?
We are talking about Aaron.
Aaron Yeager.
Why am I
But
forgetting?
you know what's funny? The second clue probably would have gave it away because I said in this same world, someone is addicted to bread.
Yeah,
it would like,
yeah.
rest in peace. But anyways, moving on.
Wait.
We're moving on. Go ahead. You're number three.
Yeah, number three. Okay, so this is a blonde hair character who is very observant, confident, resourceful, and he relies a lot on his brother as well.
Um, any more clues?
And he
Is it
kinda,
Edward?
damn. I was gonna say the next one. I was like, he lives by the laws of
Okay, yeah,
equivalent
that
exchange.
would
Like,
have
that would have gave it
immediately gave it
away.
away. No, you said Reliant is blood, and they're both blonde. I'm like, what are we in
Yeah.
Germany? No, I'm kidding. Moving
Germany?
on.
No.
This next one, number 3. This MC, he lacks self confidence, and he gains it from a supporting character. I have 2 clues though, but that's the first clue.
Okay, can I hear the second one? Because I can think of a couple that don't have that self confidence and need like a supporting cast to like draw out their confidence. But
This gives it away though. But the MC has a drill.
I don't remember his name though. Damn it.
Do you remember his name? Because
Gurren
it's funny
Lagann.
because
Gurren
it's Gurren
Lagann.
Lagann, but it's funny because everybody's like, oh, Kamina, yeah, well, who's the MC though? Like, I mean, Kamina was, I guess you can consider him kind of MC, but
No.
it's not.
Wait. No, I'm not gonna. There's no way I'm gonna get it unless I get like the first letter name. That's
The
gonna be
first letter is an S.
no.
Simon.
Simon, dude. But why I tell you that's locked in the vault, like locked in the vault. Put the key, like break it.
I'm telling you, I keep telling
in
people,
the
I'm just
back.
like, you could like, talk to me about anime all day, but like, I'd be forgetting names, I'd be forgetting everything.
No, I
I
understand.
can talk about the scenes, but like,
there's certain characters that are memorable. Like he's memorable. It's just that like the name
but that's because the supporting character kind of,
yeah,
Kamina takes over. I mean, not takes over, but people love him, and obviously they love what's her name, Yoko. Is it Yoko? I think the girl's name is Yoko, but the red haired chick.
Yeah.
They like her. Obviously, the supporting cast is really important, so that's why it kind of like overshadows him. And obviously, his self confidence is super low, so he doesn't have, the love and affection that the audience is supposed to be giving him until later on, where he finally steps into those shoes that Kamina stepped out of, and then he's like, "Yeah, I can do this," even though, But
yeah.
I think that's why, because I'm be with you, I forgot the name too. I had to look it up. I was like, let me use this name today.
Oh my goodness, that's only your third one.
That's my third.
What's the fourth and fifth?
All
like,
right.
Okay. So my fourth one. This girl, say girl MC, though technically is a kind of pairs off with another person as a like co-protagonist.
Mm-hmm.
She has like maroonish hair. Like I want to say redhead, I would say maroonish hair. And she in a world that's like filled with mercenaries and violence and drug dealers, smugglers, all that. She is very confident, violent, mentally unstable at times, and drinks and smokes.
And drinks and smokes.
Mm-hmm.
Maroonish hair. And I've seen this anime.
Yes, you 1000% have seen this.
Why can't I think of this one? Hold on. Wait a minute.
You want another hint?
Yeah. You got another one?
Okay. She. There's two things I want to mention. I think she has like the mentality of act first, then think later.
Uh-huh.
Then also, she rocks twin pistols.
Twin pistol.
Mm-hmm. Well, dual.
Well, yeah, dual pistol, same thing. But why can't I get this one? Wait. Does the show's name start with black?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Okay. Is it? Wait. I don't think it's Black Bullet though. It's Black Lagoon.
Black Lagoon.
But what's the name of the girl? Crap. Yo. I'm mad. I can't. I'm giving up because I can't think of the girl's name. Revy.
Or otherwise known as Rebecca Lee.
Rebecca. Yeah. That's crazy. You got me. All right.
Yeah.
Damn, I never would have. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I be know all these anime, but
what? Because she was on some Black Air Force energy, like stomping on necks. Like, okay,
yeah, she was. Oh, she was clapping.
Yeah, you a child? I don't even care.
I don't care.
You ready to clap because you have a gun.
Getting bopped. All right. You ready for this? This is number 4 for me. I guess you don't. That was your number 4.
Yeah, that was my number.
Okay, so this is my number 4. All right, so this MC's father isn't human.
Ooh, isn't human. Are we talking like a celestial being or a entity, like a god?
I can't give you that clue, but I can say that the MC is a hothead.
Ah, I think I got it.
If you got
Was it? Do you have any more clues?
no, that was it. Those just those 2.
Hothead and his father is not to.
Dragon Eel, that's correct. That is correct. His father is a freaking dragon.
You said hothead, and then you said
Hothead gave it away.
hothead gave it away. It's like he's not always heated, but like when he does get heated, it's like
He's on fire.
he's on fire.
I mean, fire's literally coming out of his mouth. Like,
Yeah.
all right. And hit me with your last one, and I'll hit you with my last.
Okay. Now this one, I might get you on, but it really depends on my description. So basically, in the realm of magic, and there's like a bunch of dungeons and labyrinths. This short boy who controls magic has blue hair and it's braided.
Magi.
What's his name though?
I feel like this is. Oh wait. Yeah, Aladdin, isn't it?
Yes,
Yes. Aladdin.
Aladdin.
I think the reason why I remember that is because of the fact that I was watching. I'm like, this is really Aladdin. Like, this man's name is Aladdin. I'm over here thinking of Aladdin that we know. I'm like,
Yeah, like
and then isn't there like a Sinbad in the movie or something?
yeah, there's a Sinbad.
There's a Sinbad, and then there's like what's the name of that dude with the black hair?
With the black hair. Oh, I forgot his name. I know the one with the golden hair is like Alibaba. But,
Alibaba, yeah.
And then Morgiana is the one with the purple-ish hair.
Yeah, I forgot the black haired guy, but I feel like people are gonna roast me for not knowing his name because he's like literally all the girls want him or something like that.
Damn, that's the voice actor of that's the English voice actor of Natsu.
Oh yeah, the same dude who plays it. Yeah.
Fun fact.
Damn, I forgot his name. Somebody's gonna say it in the comments, but regardless, moving on. I have my last one here for you. This is the end all be all. Hopefully, I take the win. I have 3 clues here. First one. This MC has a transformation mid-season from practically introvert to extrovert. But it is a transformation that is soon reverted in a way. It's kind of like an experience that shifts back to their own personality. That's the first clue.
Okay.
Second clue. Their personality change also includes a name change.
The hell? I need more sauce. What?
If I give too much, it'll be given away. So I'm just gonna say they have light blue hair.
Light blue hair, like
I might have to give you another clue because it's kind of hard. All right.
because it's not slime.
So yeah, no, it's not. So this MC is a girl. It's a woman.
Oh wait, Vivi?
Yes, correct. Let's go. Good catch. Because she does have a personality change. She literally, after everything hit the fan, right? She literally changes from what she's trying to be into what she actually is supposed to be, which is a diva, which is literally what her name changes to, diva. And then obviously, shit happens after that. Should watch Vivi. Vivi's a good show.
Good boxing.
Good boxing in Vivi. But yeah, that just about ends it. I think I'm taking the win this time around, so that means that we're tied 1-1. I'm not too sure how we're gonna do this with the next game because I still haven't figured out what it is, but we'll figure it out and we'll move on from there. Good to go?
Yeah, I'm good to go. That was a good combo.
Good session.
Good session, discussions, and let us know if you guys have any short animes that you believe need another season, or just just drop a comment, any recommendations, because I would like to get to watching them, and hopefully you enjoy what we recommended and what we talked about.
All right, that's good. All right, y'all, you heard it here. This is your host BMG, and this is my boy Clean Bean. We're heading out for this episode. We'll see you next time. Like and subscribe.